Welcome to Zoe Stories. The Road and I Become a Girl. Tyler had always been the type of guy who loved a good challenge, especially when it came from his best friend, Megan. They had grown up together, two inseparable friends who were always pushing each other to try new things. Whether it was daring each other to try weird foods, take spontaneous trips, or even pull silly pranks, they thrived on adventure. This time, however, Megan's challenge was different, one that was a little more outside Tyler's comfort zone. The idea had come up casually one night over dinner, just days before their road trip across the country. They were heading out to visit Megan's family, a trip they had been planning for weeks. They were talking about everything and nothing when Megan leaned back, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "So, I've been thinking," she said, her voice casual, but Tyler could sense she was about to drop a bombshell. "How about, for this trip, you go as Tina?" Tyler raised an eyebrow, pausing mid-bite. "Tina? Like the fake girlfriend we made up as a joke?" "Yeah," Megan replied, her grin growing. "I dare you to spend the entire trip as Tina. Clothes, makeup, the whole deal. Let's see if you can pull it off." Tyler couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it. Tina was just a character they had made up as a prank, a hyper-feminine, over-the-top persona they'd created to tease their friends. It was all in good fun, but the idea of pretending to be her for days, that seemed a little more extreme than Tyler was used to. Still, Megan knew how to get under his skin. "Come on, Tyler, it'll be hilarious. Besides, no one knows us out there. It's just for fun." Tyler looked at her, his competitive spirit kicking in. He could never turn down a dare. "All right," he said, leaning back with a smirk. "Challenge accepted. But you better help me, or I'll look like a disaster." Megan's eyes sparkled with excitement. She had won. "Oh, trust me," she said. "I'm going to make sure you look amazing. Turner's going to be a knockout." The first day of the trip was surreal. True to her word, Megan had come prepared. She had packed a suitcase full of feminine clothes, dresses, skirts, tops, shoes, everything Tyler would need to embody Tina. She had even brought along a wig, makeup, and jewelry. It was clear that she had been planning this for a while. As Tyler stood in their hotel room, staring at the pile of clothes on the bed, he felt a strange mix of excitement and nervousness. The idea of dressing up as Tina had been funny when it was just a joke, but now that it was actually happening, the reality of the situation was sinking in. "Are you sure about this?" Tyler asked, glancing at Megan, who was already pulling out a floral sundress for him to wear. "Absolutely," Megan replied, her voice full of enthusiasm. "You're going to look great. Now, get changed. We've got a long drive ahead of us." With a deep breath, Tyler took the dress from her and headed into the bathroom to change. As he slipped into the soft fabric, he felt a strange sense of vulnerability. The dress hugged his body in ways his usual clothes didn't, and when he looked at himself in the mirror, he barely recognized the person staring back. But there was something exciting about it, something liberating. When he stepped out of the bathroom, Megan's eyes lit up. "Oh my God, you look adorable," she exclaimed. "But we're not done yet. Sit down, I'm doing your makeup." Tyler sat down, feeling more and more like he was diving into a completely different world. Megan applied foundation, eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick with expert precision. Then she helped him put on the wig, brushing it out until it looked perfect. When she finally handed him a pair of earrings and a necklace to complete the look, Tyler was stunned by the transformation. "Wow," he muttered, staring at his reflection in the mirror. Tina was no longer just a joke, she was real. And she was him. "All right, Tina," Megan said with a grin. "Are you ready to hit the road?" The first leg of their trip went smoother than Tyler had expected. As Tina, he quickly realized that people treated him differently. At their first stop, a small diner just off the highway, he noticed how the waitress smiled more warmly at him, how the other patrons seemed to pay less attention to him, than they would have to Tyler. It was like he was blending into the background in a way he had never experienced before. It was strange, but it also felt oddly freeing. There was no pressure to be Tyler here. As Tina, he could just exist. Megan, of course, was loving every minute of it. She teased him about how convincing he looked, but she was also incredibly supportive, helping him adjust to his new persona and offering tips on how to act more feminine. "Just relax," she said at one point when Tyler was nervously fidgeting with the hem of his dress. "No one's going to know. You're doing great." And she was right. As the miles passed, Tyler started to feel more comfortable in his new role. He began to walk with more confidence, to carry himself with a grace he hadn't realized he was capable of. It wasn't just about the clothes or the makeup, it was about the way he felt. Tina was becoming more than just a character. She was becoming a part of him. As the days went on, Tyler found himself slipping deeper into the role. At first, it had been a challenge, but now he was beginning to enjoy it. He laughed with Megan about how natural it was starting to feel, how easy it was to slip into conversations with strangers without anyone suspecting a thing. They stopped at diners, gas stations, and motels along the way, and every time, Tyler introduced himself as Tina without hesitation. But as the trip continued, something else began to happen. Tyler started to see the world through different eyes. As Tina, he noticed how people interacted with him in ways they never had when he was Tyler. There was a kindness, a softness, to the way people treated him. Strangers held doors open for him, complimented his outfit, and seemed genuinely interested in what he had to say. It was a stark contrast to how he had been treated as a man, and it made him question things he had never thought about before. Late one night, after a long day of driving, they stopped at a small bed and breakfast in a quiet town. As they sat on the porch, sipping wine and watching the stars, Megan broke the comfortable silence. "So," she said, her voice gentle, "how are you feeling about all of this?" Tyler paused, staring out at the darkened sky. "Honestly, I don't know," he admitted. "At first, it was just fun. A game. But now, I feel different. Like I'm seeing parts of myself I didn't know existed." Megan nodded, her eyes thoughtful. "You've definitely embraced Tina more than I expected. I'm proud of you, you know." Tyler smiled, but it was a small, uncertain smile. "Yeah, but what happens after this? Do I just go back to being Tyler? Do I leave Tina behind?" Megan tilted her head, considering his words. "That's up to you, Ty. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Maybe this is just something you did for fun, or maybe it's something more. But whatever it is, you've got time to figure it out." They sat in silence for a while longer, the weight of the moment hanging in the air. Tyler wasn't sure what the future held, but he knew that this trip had changed him. He wasn't just pretending to be someone else, he was discovering a new side of himself, one that he wasn't sure he could let go of so easily. As they neared the end of their trip, Tyler found himself feeling bittersweet. The journey had been incredible, full of laughter, unexpected moments, and a deepening friendship with Megan that he hadn't thought possible. But it had also been more than that. It had been transformative. When they finally pulled into Megan's family's driveway, Tyler hesitated before stepping out of the car. He was dressed as Tina, and for the first time, he wasn't sure if he was ready to go back to being Tyler. The thought of leaving this part of himself behind felt wrong. Megan noticed his hesitation and gave him a reassuring smile. "You don't have to decide anything right now," she said softly. "Just take it one day at a time. You've got options, Tyler. You can be whoever you want to be." Tyler nodded, feeling a surge of gratitude for his best friend. He didn't know what the future held, but he knew that, for the first time in his life, he was open to discovering who he truly was, whether that was Tyler, Tina, or someone in between. As they walked up to the front door together, Tyler took a deep breath and smiled. The road trip might be over, but his journey was just beginning. Thank you for joining us on another captivating journey through Zoe's stories. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale. Until next time, keep exploring, keep imagining, and keep believing in the magic of storytelling. See you in the next chapter.